honestly, as the first thing that Wildcard is doing in 2025, this is a good step forward. This is, in my opinion, them coming out on the right foot, on their strong foot. So the cat is out of the bag. And basically what we've all kind of predicted, Astraeos is going to be the surprise new map that we're gonna get in Ark. And the thing is, there's a few things people are saying, and honestly, this is my opinion about it because it's both good and bad. And look, for some of you people out there, two things can be true at once. But let's get into it. First and foremost, this is really good. Nakatas brings good maps to the game. He's literally made maps that I love and like my favorite map. So this being his map is a beautiful thing and it's a good thing to see in the game because we've played his maps. These maps became official before. We know it's going to be a good map. The thing about the whole thing is when Astraeos was like released and it was like, okay, we have this free version you can play. It's going to be a premium version. I was actually one of the people who said, I don't really want to play this free-to-play version because I want to play the full version and the full thing. And then we started hearing about the surprise map and we started thinking, if it's going to be a surprise map, what's it going to be? And then we started saying, yo, it might be Astraeos. And being the fact that I was waiting for that, now it's looking like, hey, I might get an adventure that's actually going to be fully supported by Wildcard. And I like to see the fact that they're giving Nakatas the little extra push he needs to get this map closer to completion. But the big thing a lot of people are worried about is the fact that it's not going to be a complete map. And honestly, in my opinion, from what they said, it's not going to be a complete map. And I say this with all due respect to Nakatas. I don't think it's going to be complete. Let's read a little bit of what they actually said. So we got the new crunch, and this is where they kind of just released this information to us. And they said, hey survivors, and welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch. We hope you've had time to dig into the high-level roadmap we shared last week. And the thing about the whole roadmap is a lot of us don't think they're going to be able to stick to that roadmap. It's quite a lot, like it's so much that I don't think Wildcard is going to be able to handle. But now, them doing this where they're dropping Astraeos so early as the surprise map, it's like, do they have things that are already in store? And the reason why they have such an ambitious roadmap is because they know they can keep to it because they have things already ready. And then on the flip side, it's like, but we know that this map is being carried by Nakatas. He's carrying most of the hard work. So can we really give Wildcard the props for this map coming out so early? And also, why are you giving us a map that you didn't make? This is someone else's work that we normally get for free. Now, is the future of community maps that we normally get for free added to the base game gone forever? And is this going to be the thing that sets ASA out and apart from ASE, that we're going to have to pay for a lot more? A high-level roadmap that we shared last week, and it's awesome to see the community buzzing with excitement. Meanwhile, we've been heads down tackling fixes for Extinction and working on upcoming content. Speaking of Astraeos, now it's coming out February 12th. We are excited to announce that Astraeos, created by the talented Nakatas and sponsored by Nitrado, is ascending into being an official partner DLC. Originally slated as our June premium map surprise, we're bringing it forward. Astraeos will now launch on February 12th for $14.99 as a fully fledged and fully supported DLC instead of a premium mod. Firstly, them bringing it forward, it's a good thing, but it's like you just literally dropped Extinction late in December and 2 months later you're dropping a new map when Extinction hasn't been fixed. We can't keep dropping new content when the old ones aren't optimized yet. Like Extinction has so many bug fixes and they themselves said it here. We are literally tackling fixes for Extinction and working on upcoming content. Fix Extinction first. When we have the last thing you dropped, the last thing you wanted us to buy into, even though yes, it was a free map, but there was things like the Bob Saw Tales pack that came with that. So the things you wanted us to buy into, we need them to be working. People can't even use the battle rigs because they're not working. Fix those issues before trying to push things forward. We are happy that we're getting something new faster, and especially Astraeos, because we like Nakatas' work, but we need the stuff you drop beforehand working. And again, this is Nakatas, who yes, he will deal with the problems because he is a really good developer when it comes to the maps and things, but he's going to be dealing with most of the issues. And I know Wildcard's not going to give him a full team. They're going to give him a few helping hand here and there and maybe some money to get these things done. If his premium version of his map drops and it's not in the greatest working order, that's going to be now added to the Wildcard slate, and Extinction's not working. Now Astraeos' complete version isn't working and you're making us pay money for it. But if you fix Extinction and Extinction is working, now the only issue you will have at hand is if anything, fingers crossed, doesn't go wrong, but if anything goes wrong with Astraeos in the complete version that people are paying for, at least it's only that. not that the game itself is still bugged out. And the game itself is still bugged out. So yes, we are happy that we're getting the map, but the game is not working. And the price of $14.99, in my opinion, this is kind of Wildcard shooting themselves in the foot. The fact that they're taking the Cactus map and bringing it forward and adding it to the game, yes, it's nice, but again, if Wildcard had put some time and effort into creating their own map under Unreal Engine 5.4, well 5.5 now, if they had done that themselves, there could have been a bigger margin they could have made with giving us a map that is brand new, fresh, from the creators of the game and not a community modder, and they could have made it a little bit more expensive with new experiences, new dinos for us that is made by them. But because they kind of chickened out and are going to be using, again, a community modder to keep... Guys, look, when it comes to Ark Survival Ascended right now, do you know what, in my opinion, is keeping the game alive? Community modders. Community modders, mods, those are the things that are keeping ASA alive right now. And for a game like Ark, where the main game, the vanilla game, was people's favorite thing about the game, that is disastrous. That the fact that your game is being kept alive by premium mods and just regular modders content, that is trash. Your game should be kept alive by its core elements, not because of the community mods. And that's the issue that we're having with Ark right now. And I don't think Wildcard see it. And again, instead of creating something new, they're giving us someone else's work who is a community modder into the base game. We don't really appreciate it as much as we should because you're lazying out. So yeah, in my opinion, they could have made a lot more money if they actually put their backs into it, made a new fresh map for us, and again, fix their goddamn game. You just drop something that isn't working and you're dropping something else again. And it's like, we want to be happy with you. We really do want to be happy with you. If the thing is like, oh, Extinction is working perfectly fine. The map, again, Extinction, crazy. And I love the way the map came out when it was released. The release, but the actual map itself, that's really nice. Imagine that was working, and then after all the delays we got last year, you guys say, hey, we dropped Extinction a little bit late, but the map is great. You guys love it. Look at this. We have our roadmap, and now we're giving you something that's going to be coming out in like 4 months. We're giving to you next month. How about that? We would be over the moon. We'd be overjoyed, and we're like, yes, they're going ahead of the schedule. This is crazy. But now we're like, hey, yeah, that's cool, but Extinction isn't working. That's cool, but we can't get gotchas. That's cool, but the thing we paid for last time, aka Bob's Tall Tales, we still can't use our battle rigs. Oh, we still can't do this. Oh, we still can't do that. And it's like, it wrecks the mood. That's the thing. You can't just say, oh, we're going to do something good and it's going to erase all the bad we've done. It doesn't work like that, Wildcard. And the other thing that I'm seeing a lot of people are like talking about and I want to touch on is the fact that they're saying, but the tale of Astraeos doesn't end at launch. Like myths of old, it will grow over time as Nakatas continues to shape the world, adding new realms, updates, and challenges worthy of the gods. Now, a living, breathing map that's always developing is good, but in my opinion, when it is not an official supported map. The thing is, I know that in saying that to a lot of you, you're gonna be like, wait, Steph, that's really weird to say. But for comparisons, like if you go to a high-end store, like let's say a Gucci store, you want to buy a purse, and this purse is really high quality, but it's Gucci. You know, they have big like production centers and warehouses. It's a thing of you're gonna pay a lot of money or whatever to buy this item. You do want your item very quickly because you know how big they are and how fast they can produce these things. But then let's say you go to a shop that's owned by this old guy who makes everything by hand, and he doesn't have this big production thing, but you know everything he makes is out of love and he makes it really well and crafts it well. The price is just a little bit cheaper than what Gucci would offer you, but you know at the end of it you're going to get a good product as well. It's a thing of it might take him a week longer, 2 weeks longer, 3 weeks longer, but you'd be willing to cut him that slack because you know, hey, it's one guy and he's doing this by hand. I know it's going to be done with precision and not just an automated machine. So he's gonna get this little bit of extra like, cut him some slack from it. And the fact that this map is now an officially supported DLC map in conjunction with Wildcard and Nitrado, we're gonna hold them to a higher pedestal of, hey, I want a finished product. How dare you sell me an unfinished product? And for me personally, I do feel like this is a good thing because when we look at all the other maps in terms of all the older maps and like the island, the center, all of these things, it was a thing where you're going into something that had a end. It had a completion. You could play for a month and you're done now. That's it, you're finished the map. But when it comes to a map like this where they're saying it's gonna continue evolving and developing, I feel like it gives a longevity where it's like, hey, I thought I finished the map. 2 months later, a new piece of gameplay has been added in. Now there's something else you can do. And if we keep doing things like that, it becomes more of a live service game. It doesn't just end. It doesn't just die. Maps don't die, because I feel like after a while on a certain map, you get bored. And that's where it starts building the thing where people are looking for the next big map, the next big thing. But if it's like, oh, I really love this one map, and then that one map continuously evolves, that is a good thing. I wouldn't be mad about that. I understand why you're mad about it, but I wouldn't be mad about that. So as some people are saying, we're paying $15 for a unfinished map. That is actually a good thing, as long as the fundamentals of the map work. As long as the fundamentals of the things in the map, the gameplay, the things you can do, the items, the vehicles, everything like that. Once all of those work perfectly, I do not mind things that will be coming in the future. It keeps the map growing. It keeps the map evolving. That is what it is. This is not Ark Survival Evolved, but I'd like to see some evolving with the maps. And I feel like a lot of people are missing the fact that now, when you think you're done, something else is going to creep up to make you come back and have some more playability on that same map you've been playing for 4 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Your favorite map could continuously keep giving you new experiences, and that is beautiful. So that aspect, best believe your boy is not mad about that at all. But a lot of you guys are, and I need you to rethink it. Think of it in a different line. Think of it in a way that you're going to get a lot of playtime. A lot of playtime for $14.99, which is good. So on that front, I'd like to disagree with a lot of you guys out there. But yeah, I feel like it's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing that Wildcard is pushing this out early, because now it's like, okay, well, you've got one thing off the plate. Are you going to be able to keep up to your schedule? I highly doubt they will. But again, if they put that schedule out, if they put that roadmap out in a sense of, hey, we've got so many things already done, boxed up, ready to go, and now let's surprise them with the fact that we're going to be ready this year. That will be a very, very good change. A change that we're waiting for. A change that we will really, really accept with open arms. But I doubt it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's the thing I always say. Even if I have my doubts, I'd love for Wildcard to prove me wrong, because that means they're doing things the right way. The fact that the map has come out with Nakatas is brilliant. We love his maps. We love his work. And a lot of you guys have tried it out before it came fully live. That is a good thing. That is a good thing. So if we've loved it, if everyone's given it some really, really nice reviews, that's beautiful. Add that into the game. We already like it. So honestly, as the first thing that Wildcard is doing in 2025, this is a good step forward. This is, in my opinion, them coming out on the right foot, on their strong foot. If they keep this up for the rest of the year, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. I feel like that's a good thing, and that's a good step to the future of Ark, and especially ASA. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's my first line of talk. I saw this like just before I went to bed. It was like 2 a.m. about to go to bed. And I saw this. And I was like, okay, boom, I'm gonna come on and make a video about it and just talk about my thoughts, and that's straight from my heart. So yeah, I do think it's a good thing. I do feel it's gonna be a fun thing. And again, I'm gonna be finally able to play this map knowing that it is an officially released map, which is good. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that news. The map is coming out. We kind of all guessed it. It's going to be official now, where it's in the base game. It's going to be a premium one where you're going to have to pay for it. But are you going to be okay with paying for it? Because at the end of the day, we were going to pay for it anyway as a premium mod. But now it's going to be officially supported, which is a big thing. Are you guys excited for it? I'm excited for it, and I feel like it's good. We trust the person who made the map. We've played his maps before. We love his maps. And it's going to also opens the gates for them to make maps that continually evolve. That is what we need. Maps that don't just die after you've completed all the base elements of that map. But yeah, that's all it is for me today. Don't forget, if you like my opinions, if you don't like my opinions, like, subscribe, comment down below your opinions. I try to always comment back to you guys, and we have some arguments. Sometimes we have some good conversations. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys on the next one.